living in Russia. Apparently, there are several dead and wounded among the U.S. citizens working for NGOs in Dagestan, who arrived back in the United States this morning. CNN showed some of them being lowered out of the aircraft on a stretcher. They looked really bad. North American troops are being withdrawn from Iraq back to the United States. There's a rumor they'll raise the terror alert to red. Most of those troops will have a layover at the base in Ramstein. Newsflash. Cases of Russian West Nile, as they're calling it, have been reported in northern Iran and Iraqi Kurdistan. Internet forums are in full swing. Doomsday prophets are making a killing on blogs. This can't go on much longer. I'm sure it'll all turn out to be like the bird flu. Entry 10, Tipping Point, Part 2, January 10th, 11:43 a.m. About the bird flu. The United Kingdom just announced that it's suspending the Treaty of Schengen, which allows free movement around the EU. It's also going to set up health checkpoints at its borders. Countries on Russia's border, Denmark, Sweden, and Finland, plan to do the same. Our Prime Minister announced a press conference at noon to discuss measures Spain plans to take. Radio stations are on fire. I'm surprised the pundits know so much about medicine. My sister called from Barcelona to tell me that the Catalan government is considering a mass vaccination. Vaccinate against what? Nobody has a clue, and everyone's trying to profit from someone else's misfortune. So what's new? Entry 11, Tipping Point, Part 3, January 10th, 10:03 p.m. The base at Ramstein has been quarantined, according to Google News. WHO members evacuated there out of Russia must have spread the disease to medical personnel. All U.S. military flights are being diverted through non-EU countries. Our defense minister said on TV that the Spanish government has authorized North American aircraft to fly over our country. That may include using Rota as a support base. Someone posted an image of Ramstein online. You can hardly see anything. Just two people dressed in what appear to be contamination suits talking at the door of a hut. There's something really disturbing about all this. Entry 12, Breaking Point, January 11th, 11:48 a.m. Back on the park bench, having a quick smoke. Even a blind man could see that the mood on the street has changed. It's subtle, but there's no denying it. Yesterday at noon, the president gave a press conference, along with the ministers of Health, Interior, and Defense. The message was basically, no cause for alarm, but people are more alarmed with each passing hour. What adds to the alarm is that the opposition party's leader is demanding the immediate closure of ports and airports. COPE radio station in Madrid is calling for the army to occupy the borders. Just 48 hours after deploying soldiers to Dagestan, they've decided to bring them back. I don't usually agree with Los Santos and his ultra-right-wing ranting on the radio, but maybe he's right this time. The situation seems to be completely out of control. In Russia, chaos has broken out for sure. Entire regions are incommunicado. No one's in control. News of looting, pillaging, and mass murder is spreading like wildfire across the internet. Channel 5 broadcast French satellite images last night. You could see huge fires burning in Tbilisi, the capital of Georgia, only 300 miles from its border with Dagestan. There's no word from the city, and no one seems to be fighting the fires. What the fuck's going on? Are they trying to burn the place down? The WHO finally ruled that it's definitely West Nile virus and a strain of a disease similar to Ebola. Ebola. In every newspaper, on every radio and television station, they never tire of repeating that it's a hemorrhagic fever that affects humans and primates. Since it was discovered in 1976, they've identified 4 strains: Ebola Zaire, Ebola Sudan, Ebola Reston, and Ebola Thai Forest, or Ivory Coast, which only affects primates. Ebola spreads through contact with bodily fluids, primarily blood or saliva, and has a mortality rate around 90%. But some sources have said this can't be Ebola, or at least none of the known strains. Rumors all over the place, and not one goddamn bit of concrete information. Deep down, I don't think anybody has any fucking idea what's going on. They're flying blind. The Swiss government has ordered the mass vaccination of its entire population with Tamiflu to prevent bird flu. The United Kingdom has temporarily closed the Channel Tunnel and its ports, but they think there are already cases there, brought in by infected aid workers who rushed to evacuate out of Dagestan. Many came back wounded. Some had been attacked by rabid animals. In Germany, the situation is even worse. The Ramstein quarantine hasn't worked, and they've declared martial